As apparel decorators start scaling their businesses, one struggle that they deal with is knowing when is the right time to invest in new equipment. In fact, that question was asked to me by someone from one of our live streams, which is, how do I know when it's time to invest in a new machine? So in today's episode, I'm going to answer that question and hopefully give you some insight on how to approach that in your business. What's up, you guys? If you're new to this channel, my name is Henry Ma. I'm the CEO of Ricoma, and this channel is dedicated to teaching you everything you need to know about the apparel decoration industry so you can start or scale your business in this sector. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with future videos and hit the little notification bell to keep up to date as soon as new videos come out, as well as give this video a quick thumbs up if you enjoy content just like this. With that said, in one of my previous live streams, I just mentioned that someone asked me a great question of how do I know when it's time to invest in a new machine? So I'm actually going to tackle this question in two separate ways. The first part is you would want to invest a new machine when you're looking to scale your business vertically. And what I mean by scaling vertically is actually increasing your production in a particular product line so you can fulfill the orders that your customers are giving you in a much more timely manner and have quicker turnaround times. If you're finding yourself spending a lot of time in the lab, so to speak, and working on production all the time and not having the capacity or the time to go out there to drum up new business and acquire new customers, that might be a sign that you need to scale up vertically to increase your capacity in your production. In the case of embroidery, for example, if you're finding yourself not being able to fulfill these orders in a timely manner, that might be a time to look at a new machine to add on to your existing machines, or be able to trade in your existing machine for a larger one so that you can increase your production capacity. The second telling sign of when it's a good time to invest in new machinery is when you're trying to expand your variety of services to your customers. In this scenario, instead of expanding vertically to increase your production capacity, you're expanding the breadth of what you're able to offer in terms of services to your customers. If we're using the same embroidery machine example as before, this might be the time to invest in a direct-to-garment printer, a vinyl cutter, a white toner transfer printer, or other types of machinery that can complement your existing services. So now that you have a quick overview of the two telling signs of when it's time to invest in new machinery, let's kind of dive further into each of these scenarios to give you a better understanding. So backtracking to the first point of expanding your business vertically or expanding your production capacity, the first indicator of the right time to do this is when you're unable to keep up with the volume of orders that are coming in. If you're in the embroidery business and you have a single head machine and you're finding yourself staying up very late at night just to fulfill these orders on time, it might be time to upgrade to a bigger machine. Some people will opt in to trade in their single head machine for a larger multi-head machine, and others might just add on additional single head machines depending on how your workflow is structured. If you're in the business of fulfilling bulk orders and focus a lot on volume and wholesale, then it's probably best if you trade up to a multi-head machine and focus on those type of orders. But if you're someone that's a smaller shop, but you focus on personalized orders and customized orders, you might want to add on additional single heads to have the flexibility to do these multiple different designs at the same time. By the way, if you're interested to learn more about the differences of having a multi-head machine versus multiple single-head machines and how those will suit your business workflows, make sure to check out this video that I put in the card above and in the link below that talks about in detail the pros and cons of each method. If you look at turnaround time as the measure or the indicator of when it's time to invest in new machinery to increase your capacity, it definitely makes sense, right? Think about it. Most customers will want a quick turnaround time for any of their orders. So if they're giving you, say, an order of 22 pieces to fulfill in a couple of days, but you're staying up till 2-3 a.m. just to get by on this small order, it might be time to invest in larger equipment to fulfill these orders faster. Because not being able to fulfill your orders on time while maintaining your sanity is definitely going to have a drastic impact on your ability to further scale your business in the future. And that's why that's such a telling sign of when you know it's time to invest in new equipment, when you're stuck in production mode all the time and not having the time or the energy to go out there and drum up new business to further increase your revenues. That's when you probably have to find a better balance between the two, because less time spent in production means your ability to scale your business further, and it's more conducive for your business growth in the long run. The other sign when it's time to invest in new equipment, it's less so about expanding your production capacity, but more so about expanding your variety of offerings to your client base. And this indicator relies heavily on the feedback from your customers. For example, if you already have an embroidery business and you're doing well in that, but you hear over and over again that your customers are asking for printed t-shirts or printed polo shirts, it might be time to invest in a direct-to-garment printer or other types of printing equipment to be able to offer those services to your existing client base. That not only will help you expand your revenue, but it's a great way to expand your business without having to acquire new customers. You're simply offering an additional service to existing customers that's already part of your ecosystem. Now, sure, you can always outsource these one-off orders for these different apparel decoration methods that you don't have in-house, but it comes to a time where there's so much demand for it and your customers are asking you about it over and over again that it probably makes sense to invest in that equipment on your own and bring that in-house. You will really have to determine what's that frequency of requests that will be the tipping point for it to make sense for you to invest in that equipment yourself and learn the process yourself. And I hear a lot from different customers where they're outsourcing so much and spending so much money paying someone else to do the job for them that they can easily invest that money into buying the equipment themselves and bring that service in-house. So definitely make sure to speak to your customers and listen to their feedback and always have a finger on the pulse of what's going on with your client base to really understand their needs and therefore adjust your equipment accordingly to scale your business along with their needs. Other factors that can indicate when it's time to expand into other apparel decoration equipment to further complement your existing product line is probably the type of client you're serving, the industries that they're in, the type of apparel that they need, and what kind of services they need on those type of apparel. Certain garments are better suited for embroidery versus printing or vice versa, or sublimation or screen printing. So there's many different types of apparel decoration methods out there, and it's your job to understand your client's needs and what niche or vertical or industry they're in, and therefore cater your services to what they need. And if you take all of this feedback into consideration, you'll have enough data points to be able to make an informed decision as to whether or not to invest in new equipment to expand your business horizontally. And once you decide to take that next step and invest in other types of equipment to complement your existing services, not only are you catering your services to those that have given you the feedback, but now that opens up an additional stream of revenue that you can market to other clients in your database. Those other clients might not have been aware that you have added on this new equipment to complement your shop, and it's a great way to maximize the revenue that you can gain from existing clientele and therefore not having to invest a lot of energy into acquiring new customers. So there you have it, guys. Those are the two major indications that I tell people to look for when considering when's the best time to invest in new equipment, either to expand their production capacity or to expand their offerings to their existing customers. Either way, it really depends on when the timing is right for you, what your particular circumstances are, what your customers' demands are, and what's your overall budget. In conclusion, I definitely think that expanding your product offerings to become a one-stop shop experience for your customers is definitely going to help your reputation and growth in your business in the long run, and increasing your capacity vertically to be able to fulfill orders on time will definitely ensure that your customers keep coming back and that you are delivering a high-quality product. So remember, whether you are scaling vertically to increase your capacity so you're not always in production mode, or you're expanding horizontally to be able to offer more variety to your customer base, definitely look for these signs to know when it's the right time to make that jump. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this content, consider sharing it to someone that might find it helpful, and definitely give this video a quick thumbs up as it greatly helps out this channel. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so you keep up to date as soon as new videos are released. If you're interested in any of our products here at Ricoma and how we can help you start or scale your custom apparel business, definitely check out the link that I put in the description below. Contact one of our team members here and they'll be happy to give you a consultation and walk you through what is it that you're looking for to help you start that journey. Finally, make sure to follow us on all of our social channels down below. We're pretty active on Facebook and Instagram. We post there daily, and we have some entertaining stuff on TikTok as well. If you haven't already done so, make sure to join our free Facebook group, Embroidery and Custom Apparel Mastery, where there's now close to 30,000 embroiderers and custom apparel decorators in there sharing their tips and tricks of the industry. All right, that's it for us for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.